Okay, so here I've got a factor, 27 over 2 m cubed minus 6m. Okay, now first of all, if you're like me, the very first thing that you see when you look at this question is this fraction right here, and I suspect you don't want to work with the fraction. Now, one of the tools you're going to use later on in this particular course here is when you're working with equations, is you'll know that, hey, I can get rid of fractions if I just simply multiply everything through in the equation by that common denominator. Now I'm going to use that tool here, but I can't use it in quite the same way. I'm going to multiply everything through here by 2. So I'm going to multiply this 27 over 2m cubed minus 6m. I'm going to multiply all of this by 2. Now here's the thing. I'm not allowed to do that. Okay? I'm not allowed to do that. But if I divide by 2 at the same time, well then that 2 and that 1/2 here cancel each other out. And actually I've done nothing to the equation. I have done nothing to it. So I've got this 2 multiplied by this multiplied by 1/2. I know that those two cancel each other out, so they're not doing anything. But I am now free to multiply this 2 through this expression to get 27m cubed, okay, minus 12m, and I've got this half left over out here. Now I'll eventually move the half out to the front here, but now this is a lot easier to work with, and notice that this is technically exactly the same as this. All I've done is move that 2 through. Now, this is easier to work with. Now I'm gonna pull the 1/2 out front now because it's probably easier to look at out here. And when I look at this expression right here, between 27m cubed and 12m, there's a common factor of 3m sitting there. And if I pull out that 3m, I'm going to be left with 9m squared minus 4m. Okay, and notice that what I'm left with here is a difference of squares. And so I've got just a little bit more factoring to do. Okay, I've got the 1/2, I've got the 3m, and now, oh sorry, I'm so sorry, I pulled out that m. With that m there, that wouldn't be a difference of squares, but this is in fact a difference of squares. And so this will be 3m minus 2, 3m plus 2. And so this is what this thing looks like when it's fully factored. If you want, you could multiply the 1/2 by the 3 to get 3/2 m, but it's not necessary. And in fact, you're going to see in a little while, for those of you that go into calculus, sometimes we like to pull that denominator out and kind of treat it as its own term. And you'll see that there's a lot of utility in that.